Hello everyone, my name is Dinesh and I am from CSC department A section. This is my Python programming PPT presentation and let's move to the next slide. Okay, my topic is what is data scraping, and from this topic we will understand the full information about data scraping. Introduction about data scraping and what is data scraping. Data scraping is a technique where a computer program extracts data from human readable output coming from another program. Normally, data transfer between programs is accomplished using data structures suited for automated processing by computers, not people. Such interchange formats and protocols are typically rigidly structured, well documented, easily parsed, and minimize ambiguity. Very often, these transmissions are not human readable at all. Thus, the key element that distinguishes data scraping from regular parsing is that the output being scrapped is intended for display to an end user rather than as an input to another program. It is therefore usually neither documented nor structured for convenient parsing. Data scraping often involves ignoring binary data, usually images or multimedia data, display formatting, redundant labels, superfluous commentary, and other information which is either irrelevant or hinders automated processing. Data scraping is most often done either to interface to a legacy system which has no other mechanism which is compatible with current hardware, or to interface to a third party system which doesn't provide a more convenient API. In the second case, the operator of the third party system will often see screen scraping as unwanted due to reasons such as increased system load, the loss of advertisement revenue, or the loss of control of the information content. Data scraping is generally considered an ad hoc, inelegant technique often used only as a last resort when no other mechanism for data interchange is available. Aside from the higher programming and processing overhead, output displays intended for human consumption often change structure frequently. Humans can cope with this easily, but a computer program will fail. Depending on the quality and the extent of error handling logic present in the computer, this failure can result in error messages, corrupted output, or even program crashes. Technical variant: screen scraping. Although the use of physical dumb terminal IBM 3270s is slowly diminishing as more and more mainframe applications acquire web interfaces, some web applications merely continue to use the technique of screen scraping to capture old screens and transfer the data to modern front ends. Screen scraping is normally associated with the programmatic collection of visual data from a source instead of parsing data as in web scraping. Originally, screen scraping referred to the practice of reading text data from a computer display terminal's screen. This was generally done by reading the terminal's memory through its auxiliary port or by connecting the terminal output port of the one computer system to an input port of another. The term screen scraping is also commonly used to refer to the bidirectional exchange of data. This could be the simple cases where the controlling program navigates through the user interface, or more complex scenarios where the controlling program is entering data into an interface meant to be used by a human. Report mining. Report mining is the extraction of data from human readable computer reports. Conventional data extraction requires a connection to a working source system, suitable connectivity standards, or an API, and usually complex querying. By using the source system's standard reporting options and directing the output to a spool file instead of to a printer, static reports can be generated suitable for offline analysis via report mining. This approach can avoid intensive CPU usage during business hours, can minimize end user license costs for ERP customers, and can offer very rapid prototyping and development of custom reports. Various data scraping and web scraping involves interacting with dynamic output. Report mining involves extracting data from files in a human readable format such as HTML, PDF, or text. This can be easily generated from almost any system by intercepting the data feed to a printer. This approach can provide a quick and simple route to program an API to the source system. Okay. This approach can provide a quick and simple route to obtaining data without the need to program an API to the source system. In the next slide, we will discuss about web scraping. Web scraping, web harvesting, or web data extraction is data scraping used for extracting data from websites. The web scraping software may directly access the World Wide Web using the Hypertext Transfer Protocol or a web browser. Web scraping can be done manually by a software user. The term typically refers to automated process implemented using a bot or web crawler. It is a form of copying in which a specific data is gathered and copied from the web, typically into a central local database or spreadsheet for later retrieval or analysis. Web scraping, a web page, involves fetching it and extracting from it. Fetching is the downloading of page which a browser does when a user views a page. Therefore, web crawling is a main component of web scraping to fetch pages for later processing. Once fetched, then extraction can take place. The content of a page may be parsed, searched, reformatted, its data copied into a spreadsheet, or loaded into a database. Web scrapers typically take something out of a page to make use of it for another purpose somewhere else. An example would be to find and copy names and telephone numbers or companies and their URLs or email addresses to a list. Context scraping. Web scraping is used for context scraping and as a component of applications used for web indexing, web mining, and data mining, online price change monitoring, and price comparison, product review scraping to watch the competition, gathering real estate listings, weather data monitoring, web change detection, research, tracking online presence, and reputation web mashup, and web data integration. Web pages are built using text-based markup languages and XHTML and frequently contain a wealth of useful data in text form. However, most web pages are designed for human end users not for ease of automated use. As a result, specialized tools and software have been developed to facilitate the scraping of web pages. Newer forms of web scraping involve monitoring data feeds from web servers. For example, JSON is commonly used as transport storage mechanism between the client and the web server. There are methods that some websites use to prevent web scraping, such as detecting and disallowing bots from bots from crawling, viewing their pages. In response, there are web scraping systems that rely on using techniques in DOM, parsing, computer vision, and natural language processing to simulate human browsing to enable gathering web page content for offline parsing techniques. Web scraping is the process of automatically mining data or collecting information from the World Wide Web. It is a field with active developments sharing a common goal with the semantic web vision and ambitious initiative that still requires breakthroughs in text processing, semantic understanding, artificial intelligence, and human computer interactions. Current web scraping solutions range from the ad hoc, requiring human effort, to fully automated systems that are able to convert entire websites into structured information with limitations. And that is about data scraping, and thank you.